am Minxuan. Today we are gonna read a book. Half of them, and I'm going to do half of them, and then after I'm going I'm going to read this book called My Weird School. I got a pile of them, so I'm gonna let you guys see. But as you know, I just read chapter 2 and chapter 1. Yep, I did. Now I'm reading chapter 3. Because I read these books only 2 days because I want to read them half and half. Sorry. So, today what book we're going to read? Let's take our books. Dun, dun. We got 3 books. I read this book before. This was a very fun book. This is 1. I love this book. This is number 2. I just read it yesterday. This was the principal, and this is the teacher. And now today I'm going to read chapter 3. Let's have a look at chapter 3. Let's go. Just wait me a moment and I'll be ready. Okay, chapter 3 is over here. Look, number 3. That's going to be very fun to be reading this. I have no idea why do I always talk English, because I am Chinese and I do know how to say English. So today I'm going to do like a mixture of English and Chinese, because sometimes if I forgot to talk I'm talking English today in this video and Chinese. Yep. So I'm gonna alright. So let's go. So now it has coronavirus, so I just wake up a few hours ago, so I was just wearing my pajamas. So let's see. Okay, what is what is half and half with which chapter? Ooh, chapter 4. Hey, 1 ding 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 dong. Ding dong ding dong ding dong dong. Oh, up to 38. Wonderful. Sometimes I read to 45. Today is 38. Wonderful. Okay, let's read this book. The Army Guy. This is the first one. I'm gonna just put the camera over here. So, okay, just read it like this. The Army Guy. My name is AJ, and I hate school. If you ask me, they shouldn't teach kids how to read and write in school. They shouldn't teach math. They should teach kids how to do tricks on their bikes. That's what I want to learn. But my teacher, Miss Daisy, thinks reading and I think it's writing. Yep. Writing and math are really important for some reason. Miss Daisy told us to write a story for homework and draw a picture to go with it. We read the stories out loud the next day in class. Andrea Young, who thinks she knows everything, made up a story about a family of flowers who were sad because it was cloudy outside. Then the sun came out and the flowers. So, we forgot to do the characters. So, I'm going to tell you the characters first. And then I know where I am on the second page. Where's the characters? Over here. So, this is AJ, the main character. And this is Andrea. Yep, she knows everything. And Mitchell is AJ's friend, and this is Emily. This is Ryan. Right, so this is very fun. So we're up to this page now. It's this page. Got happy again. It was a really dumb story. If you ask me, flowers isn't happy or sad. They just sit there and do nothing. They don't even have families. But Miss Daisy kept telling Andrea how great the story was. My story was about these giant man-eating monsters fighting on tricks bikes in. Oh, this is a fun story. Let's go to the next page. At outer space until they were all dead. I drew cool pictures to go with it. Emily, this girl with red hair, said, my story was scary, but Emily thinks everything is scary. Miss Daisy said, I had a good imagination, but she asked me if next time I could try to write a story that didn't have so much violence in it. What's violent about giant man-eating monsters fighting on trick bikes in outer space? I asked. Everybody laughed, even so. I didn't say anything funny. Andrea said, maybe I could have the man-eating monsters make up at the end of the story and tell each other they were sorry. Monsters didn't applaud. I said. Right, so we read this page. Now let's read this page. Right, so how do I just here? Can you guys see it? If you think, oh, one more thing. If you like this video, please subscribe and put the like button. And if you like this, please subscribe to my channel. Quick. Everybody knows that Andrea doesn't know anything about monsters. We were arguing about it when all of a sudden some funny-looking guy marched into our classroom. He was all dressed up. Right, we're now to chapter 2. This is chapter 2. Let's keep reading. In a fancy army uniform, he had a white wig on his head and a sword in his hand. To be prepared for a war is the best way to keep the peace, the army guy said. Then he marched out of the classroom. Who was that? Asked my friend. Mitchell, who never ties his shoe, no matter how many times he trips over the laces. Beats me, I said. What's that, Principal Clubs? Asked my other friend Ryan, who sits next to me in the third row. I don't know who was. Miss Daisy said, but he is heading for the library. Better to check it out. Okay, second grade single file. So we're going to do chapter 2. Yes, chapter 2. Oh, my hair is a bit messy. Ooh, that's better. I didn't trim my hair because I don't want to. So let's go. The chapter 2. The Liberian. Ooh, so the people of that is Liberian. That's a fun story. We're going to just read a couple pages and yeah. Mitchell, we're going to read to chapter 4 only. Yeah. Mitchell was the lion leader. Andrea was the door holder. We went to the library, which is brand new and didn't even exist last year. When we were in first grade, they built it over the summer to replace the junky old library we use. Half a library is the part in the school where they have hundreds of books that you can bring home with you. You don't even have to pay for them, and it's not even illegal. The only problem is you have to bring the books back for you're done reading them. My Billy friend around the corner, who was in second grade last year, told me that if you don't bring back your library books on time, the librarian locks you in the dungeon under the school. I'm not sure I believe him. Our new librarian is Miss Rupi. Miss Daisy told us as we lined up in the hallway outside the library, everybody be on your best behavior so you'll make a good impression on her. I'm always on my best behavior, said Andrea Young. She made a big dopey smile at Miss Daisy. Andrea is so annoying. If somebody told her to be on her worst behavior, she wouldn't know what to do. Then when we went into the new library, we were shocked. Right in the middle of the room was a giant tree. It had a big tree house at the top near a ceiling and a ladder going up to it. What's that? What's with the tree? I asked. Beats me, right? Said Ryan. How do you think they got into the library? Maybe it just grew in here over the summer. Guess Mitchell trees don't grow in libraries. And Andrea asked if she knows anything about trees. This is very, very, very long story. Okay. Ooh, a big picture. Let's see. We must have built it, said Emily. You don't build trees under a dumped head, I told Emily. And she looked all hurt, like she was going to cry. The tree was really cool. Some of us started to climb it, but Miss Daisy said we had to get off because it is time for library repair to start. Where's the new librarian? Ryan asked. We were all looking around, but we didn't see Miss Ruby anywhere. Then suddenly, that army guy with the wig poked his head out of the tree house. He came down the ladder. I think it was a he anyway. He looked a little like a lady dressed with an army guy. Then when we got to the bottom, the army guy with the wig stood all right and proud of attention. He gave us a salute. Certainly not, the army guy said. My first president of the United States and father of our country. So when is it chapter 4? Okay, whatever guys, I'm too. My head is melting. We're nearly there into chapter 4. Yeah, we have to go to chapter 3, but here's chapter 3. Right, guys, I'm having to calm down for a minute because whatever. Let's keep going and let's go. Dum 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 dum. Ooh. Guys, can you see me? It's too much light. Too much light. Is my house has a light? Does it have to? Wonderful. What around here has light? Let's go inside my room. Wonderful, that's better. What? Inside here? Okay, my desk. You have to read it in my desk. Where am I? Chapter 3. Here. Chapter 3. George Washington Teeth. What? What is this name? We have to find out. No, dumb. My mom told me that George Washington had wooden teeth, so this army guy with the wig couldn't be George Washington unless he had wooden teeth. If you're really George Washington, let's see your teeth, I said. The army guy with the wig reached into his pocket and pulled out a set of teeth. With he was a little thing on it, and the teeth started chattering up and down in his hand. Emily took one look at the teeth and ran out of the room crying. That girl cries at anything. Wow, I said, maybe he is George Washington. These teeth are cool. I wish I had wooden teeth. You can't fool me, Andrea Young said. You're not George Washington. You're Miss Ruby, the new librarian, dressed up to look like George Washington. You're supposed to read stories to us and help us use the computers. Computers, George Washington said. And his forehead was winking. I said, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, now I'm so tired. I don't think that we can make a lot of minutes. We just have to read up to chapter 3, and if it's up to chapter 4, we don't read here and we just finish it here. I'm so tired. Let's keep reading. That you're talking about a young lady. This is the year 1790. Computers haven't been invented yet. No matter what we said, the army guy with the wig instead that he was really George Washington. He read us a story about when he was a boy and he chopped down a cherry tree. Then he showed us a bunch of books about the United States. All through library period, the army guy with the wig said that he was George Washington. After a while, we started calling him George Washington. General Washington, I asked. Maybe I go to the bathroom. Everybody laughed. Even though I didn't say anything funny. Kids think anything to do with the bathrooms is funny. If you don't to make your friends laugh, all you have to do is stick your face in their face, and they either bathroom or underwear every time. I'm sorry, George Washington said. This is the year 1790. Bathrooms have not been invented yet. It was an emergency or anything, so I waited. We were allowed to check out any books we wanted from the librarian. I took out a book about jet fighter planes because I had cool pictures in it for a president. This George Washington guy seemed to know a lot about finding books in the library and checking them out. It was time to go to lunch. We all had a salute George Washington as we felt the library. Hey, how come you chopped down that cherry tree? Anyone? I asked him as we left the library. I cannot tell a lie, he said. It's needed some wood for my wooden teeth. Then he shouted, showed us his chatting teeth again. I'm still not sure if that army guy with the wig was George Washington or not, but he was weird. So we're finished with this book, and I hope you like my video. If you like my video, please smash the like button, and see you next time. Bye!